Hello, everyone. Welcome. We are back. We are back in action. This is video number 59 in this book reading series, Elsie Lincoln Benedict's How to Get Anything You Want. We have been reading this whole book together, How to Get Anything You Want by Elsie Lincoln Benedict, in 7 lessons. We are continuing lesson 4. We're almost done with it. We're going through the different rules as she stated. We're talking about affirmations and the power of the subconscious mind. If you missed any of the previous videos, please check out the playlist on my YouTube channel. If you're on Facebook, I encourage you to hop on over to YouTube. We are growing our community over here. So thank you so much for all of your participation, every comment you make, every heart. I am so appreciative, every thumbs up, and every thank you. You guys, this is so amazing. So thank you for that. We'll continue reading together. I love to read. We're going through this whole book together, and I'm sharing my insights. I'm teaching a little bit, telling stories, doing it in my way. So I hope you're enjoying that. Let's continue. So we are still on lesson 4, set the next gauge for what you want. And we were left off last time on rule number 6. When you feel perfectly at ease with and enjoy the statements of your own deepest desires, when you realize that they are not strangers to you, but the most real and vital part of you, begin to express them in some form. So she's been teaching us how to create our own autosuggestion, our own affirmation, our own incantation, whatever you want to call it. But she was using Emile Coué, his famous formula, every day in every way, I'm getting better and better. And if that works for you, great. If there are certain quotes or certain people that repeat certain affirmations, you don't have to repeat them just because they do. If it doesn't sit right with you, make up your own. Use words that really get you going. And she really talked about that the last couple videos we did together as we read. So she's saying, once you find your statement, your words, your goal that you really want, she says, when you feel perfectly at ease with and enjoy the statements of your own deepest desires, when you realize that they are not strangers to you, but the most real and vital part of you, begin to express them in some form. So when you start repeating, I am so grateful that I am now a thriving working artist earning a blank, blank, blank amount of money a month, or whatever your goal is, right? Like whatever your affirmation is, like I am so healthy and happy and I feel fit in my body. Whatever words work for you, when it feels good, just own it. Like it's who you are, accept it's who you are, and it will become. It's like that's the whole thing of like becoming first, believing it in your inner self image, and then start to express it, she says, in some kind of form. Again, in order to get the fullest results, I leave you to choose whatever forms or methods of expression appeal to you most. To the ear-minded, the easiest was, okay, let me read that again. To the ear-minded, the easiest was at first will be to speak it outright, to say it out loud, and to talk to yourself. That's what I was saying, that I'm an auditory learner. That's what she's saying. If you're ear-minded, really, it's if you're an auditory learner, I am. I love audiobooks. I love to listen to my affirmations on the Think Up app, like I mentioned. I like to repeat it, do the mirror work, say it out loud, listen to it. So again, if you are ear-minded, the easiest way at first will be to speak it outright, to say it aloud, and to talk to yourself. If you love to listen, if you're an audiobook fan or a podcast, you love to like listen to things, it'll probably work for you. To the eye-minded, to the visual person, it will seem much more effective at first if written down. So maybe you write it down or you read it, right? The eye-minded. If you are naturally a talkative person, you will probably find verbal expression easiest and pleasantness to begin with. So if you like to listen, if you like to read and see it, or if you like to speak it and express it, I would say listening to it first is the first part for me. Like if there was like a love language to affirmations, listening would be my number 1, and then speaking it would be number 2, and then visual would be number 3. But if you are one who prefers to express himself on paper, who writes better than he talks, you will feel more at home with your formula at first by writing it down several times per day. That's like the 369 method, where you write your goal, or your statement, your auto-suggestion, or your affirmation, your positive statement to yourself 3 times in the morning, 6 times in the afternoon, and 9 times in the evening. 369. And it works. I know people who've done it and it's really powerful. So if you like to write, write it multiple times a day. Try the 369 method. You can Google it and look it up. There's probably YouTube videos about it. So that's really great. So write it multiple times a day if you are somebody who likes to write it. If you are neither of these, but think out ideas habitually, which you never express either on paper or by talking, you will derive the greatest benefits at first by letting yourself think your formula over and over, reciting it in your mind. If you do not so much think things out as feel them, then you will get the fullest and quickest result from your formula just by giving yourself time to an opportunity each day to feel the meaning and significance of your formulated desires. How does it feel? How does it feel to already be where you want to be? And again, don't feel guilty. I used to feel really guilty for wanting things and like, oh my God, should I let my ego go and all my desires go? And don't the Buddhists say all this stuff like desires lead to pain? Listen, as long as you're here, you're a goal-seeking organism. If you want to live that ascetic life and give everything away, go for it. But I personally have studied that path, and that's making this world real. To be honest, it's like, don't deny the world. Don't make it real either. But to have to, what's it called when you deny, the word is going to come to me, it's going to pop up like toast. A Course in Miracles talks about this. Well, that's just what I believe, that, we are here to wake up to the illusion, the dream that we are projecting from our minds, and to not make the world real and ego driven, to be so materialistic and attached, right? But also not to, what is the word? It'll come to me later. But I'm not going to deny my physical desires, and I'm not also going to demand them. I'm not going to make them the center of my universe, but I'm not going to deny them either, you know? So anyways, that was just a caveat to saying, when you want something, allow yourself to feel it. How would it feel? Right? Always be thankful, always be grateful for what you have, but never be satisfied. Dissatisfaction is a creative state. Dissatisfaction is a creative state. When you're working towards something, it gives you purpose in life. And the better you are, the better people that around you will be. Poor people can't help poor people. Sick people can't help sick people. So for you to be healthy, happy, wealthy will help everyone else around you. And you deserve it. It's like this universe is abundant by nature. It's just the corrupt thoughts of lack that cause us to be in the states that we're in. So, yeah, pardon that side caveat. It just came to my mind when I was thinking about, allow yourself to feel what it would feel like to have more money. What would it feel like to be more healthy, to be in a healthier body? And I think, well, why do I have to have those things? I don't have to have them. I desire them. They're desires. And I don't feel guilty for having the desires. What's the other option? There's good people who have money and bad people who have money. There's good people who are poor and have no money. There's bad people that are poor and have no money. So, if you are like me and you grew up feeling guilty for wanting things, or, thought that money was, evil, or, it's virtuous to be, to not have, right? Poverty is virtuous and all of that jazz. And people who talk about money are just greedy. It's like, no, money is a tool. Money is energy. It's nothing really. We give it the meaning that it has. Accolades or success. If you want to be recognized and get an award, go for it, right? If you want to be the best in your sport, go for it. And a lot of people I work with felt, I don't know, a sense of guilt for wanting to grow and stretch and feeling like they were attached to certain things. And there are people who try to put off like, well, money isn't everything. It's like, again, I go back to that saying, people who feel the need to say that, there's three types of people that say money isn't important or money isn't everything. Number one, people who don't have much say money's not important, money's not everything. People who don't have much of it. Number two, people who have not really been without it. People who don't understand what it's like to really not have money say money's not everything, money's not important. I don't know why you got to talk about money. It's like, honey, you've never been in a pinch, clearly, because it's very important. And number three, people who aren't generous. Do you understand how much good you can do with money? You know, it's a tool. And so yeah, I have strong feelings about that because I grew up feeling so guilty and had such negative paradigms and rhetoric around money. I have no guilt, I have no shame, and I understand if people do have triggers around it, and then I'm not for you, you know? Thank you, goodbye, unsubscribe. You know what I mean? Like, I think everybody should be wealthy. Everybody should be wealthy. Um, or have enough, like never have to worry about money. Always have enough to do everything that your heart desires and give away and help other people and not feel guilt or shame about it. Money is not good nor bad, it just is. We give it all the meaning that it has. And so I'm not going to argue with anybody about it. I'm not going to associate with people that think that money's not important or afraid to talk about it. I've been there, done that. No, thank you. No. Anyways, so allow yourself to feel what it would feel like to have your desires. If you find none of the above suggestions are exactly suited to your particular requirements, but feel it necessary to exercise your own independent judgment in order to meet your needs, do so by all means. Examine carefully the suggestions offered, then draw your own conclusions as to the formula and method best suited to your own case. Rule number 7. If you are satisfied with the results you are getting from the one preferred form of expression, you need not add any other. So if you find something that works for you, go with that. Keep it moving. Keep doing it. But if you find the results are not all you want, it will be well for you to tap deeper regions of the subconscious by gradually expressing your formula in every way that you normally express other things. You have all the abilities, of course, locked away, and one or more of them may be the very method you have been needing. It is now well known that art is produced only when the artist has been denied full expression through the more commonplace channels. The highest form of literature, music, and acting are invariably productions that come out of the world through the little side doors because the big main ones in the artists have been closed up. Before going on to the next rule, let's see what you have now done towards setting the gauge for this second step. You have framed the formula, which contains the boiled down essence of your deepest desires. Okay, so if you haven't done that yet, watch the previous videos. If you're watching this, you probably have. So it says you have now framed the formula, which contains the boiled down essence of your deepest desires. What do you want the most? Boil it down into one statement. What do you want? What do you want most? You have put it into the words that most appeal to you. You've found the words that really make you feel it. It makes you feel good. And you have decided which form of expression comes easiest and most natural to you. Do you like to write it down? Do you like to listen to it? Do you like to speak it? Do you like to feel it? What do you like to do? And you have decided which form of expression comes easiest and natural to you. Okay. Rule number 8, do not fail to practice your formula every day. This is where the rubber meets the road, y'all. This is where the rubber meets the road. If you are into personal development, if you're into manifestation, if you are working towards your goals and you really want to have big things happen in your life, good, but it's gonna be a daily task. It's just like getting your body in shape. You are gonna have to put in the work. There is no quick, easy fix pill, quick manifestation. I was just reading over, there's so much out there. Maybe because I'm in the personal development space, I see a lot of the ads and stuff. It's just my world. But it's like, if you've tried everything, I have the formula. This is what's gonna work. It's like, there's no magic pill. It's just consistency and discipline. It's just consistency and discipline. Take it from me. Take it from me. I've been doing this for over 20 years, y'all. I've tried everything. And it boils down to, you just got to do the work every day. And it's not a lot every day. It's like, if you've seen, followed my journey at all, like I decided to post every day here and things are happening. I'm like 100 hours away from another milestone in my YouTube journey. Running, I'm working on a health goal. I said I would run every single day for 90 days. I'm on day like 19 today. And I committed to doing it. And I already feel stronger. My legs feel stronger. Like I'm stretching more. Like I just feel more connected to my body. That was my goal. I just feel better in my clothes and everything and my energy levels because exercise gets the endorphins going and all the, good hormones um, going through your body, right? The dopamine and the serotonin and just like the good neurotransmitters are activated when I exercise. So it's just daily work. That's all. She said you got to practice it every day and as many times a day as you can do without interfering with your regular activities. Like, don't miss work for it, right? Don't forget to pick up your kids from school because you're reciting it, right? Be normal, but do it every day and try to do it as many times as you can every day without interfering with your normal, regular scheduled programming. Learn to sandwich it in between other things, especially when waiting for streetcars, elevators, telephone answers, the return of your change at cashier's windows, and the 100 other times each day when you are delayed for a moment in traffic or life. Think about that. How many times are you waiting on hold? Are you using the restroom? Are you cooking your meal? Are you sitting in traffic? Right? This is when you can repeat your phrase or listen to it. I do it at the gym on the treadmill or when I'm running outside, listening to my auto suggestions. It takes maybe I probably do it for about 15 minutes at least, right? And I'm not even doing it every day, but when things changed, I was doing it every day. And see, I love to teach this material because it's reminding me, Carla, if you want to make things faster, things are already great. But like if I want to speed it up and keep that energy, attention, and focus, just do it every day, right? It's so powerful. So you can sandwich it into your life at such times instead of growling, working yourself up into a nervous state, or saying the things that aggravate the situation. Grasp this opportunity to concentrate on your formula. In 1 year's time, such a habit would enable you not only to make great headway toward what you want, but it would remake your disposition, your facial expression, and your chances in life. It really will change you at a cellular level because what programs us at a cellular level? It's truly our software, our programming, our thoughts. Our psychology becomes our biology. Our psychology becomes our physiology. We are truly talking to ourselves, every cell of our body. We're programming how to behave, what to do, right? It's like, let's look at our behavior. Let's look at our results in our life. It's how we've been either programmed from the outside world, allowed ourselves to be programmed, especially if we're over the age of 18 with all of our mental faculties intact. It's like even if we've been through the crappiest environments or the worst programming, or it's unfortunate, right? Like even abuse, get the help you need from a licensed psychotherapist that works with trauma, all kinds of trauma. It's never your fault, but it's your responsibility to take charge of your life and to heal, because especially the people that did it to you won't do it for you. If they're garbage bags and they treated you like that, they're sure not going to be the ones that are going to help you. And that's the hardest part. And that's why it's important to get the help, reach out, process that trauma, work through it. No matter how tough it is, if you're willing, there's a way. EMDR is a powerful modality of therapy. So yeah, seek the help you need. All right. So she's saying instead of just complaining and wasting your time, concentrate on your formula. In a year's time, your whole life can change. I have found that the capitalization of these off moments serve a triple purpose in that it keeps us reminded of the good and strong in us instead of the bad and weak. It holds the switches in the right direction. It makes our predominant feelings, and besides all these, produces other helpful effects, such as which some of which are too deep and far reaching to be explained here, but which helpfully and permanently affect our whole lives. What she's really talking about is mental diet. It's literally reprogramming our subconscious mind by focusing on what we want and getting a statement to repeat it over and over and over, just like a song. You know how we get songs and jingles stuck in our head? Let's get our affirmations like everything is always working out for me in the most miraculous ways. God goes before me, making my way sure. Everything always works out for me in the most miraculous ways. God goes before me, making my way sure. Everything's always working out for me. I am early, calm, and prepared everywhere I go. I am acutely attuned to my intuition and I follow my inner guidance. Everything's always working out for me. Where are my other ones? My needs are always met, and there's an abundant overflow. My needs are always met. I am safe. I am taken care of. I am secure. I am safe. I am taken care of. I am secure. I am always taken care of. I am always taken care of. And then when you really think about it, it's like, especially if you're listening to this, like if you're on a computer, if you're on a tablet, if you're on your phone and you're listening to this, like we truly are always taken care of. You know what I mean? It's like we have access to the basic needs. And if right now we don't, it would just take a little bit of thought to find those basic needs. But I'm pretty sure if you're listening to this, you have your basic needs. And it's just like, if you just break it down to this very moment, I'm taken care of right now. In this moment, I'm okay. And if you can just really get a grasp of that, it doesn't mean that you're giving up everything you want, but if you can get to the core of just regulating your nervous system, because a dysregulated nervous system, somebody who is anxious, worried, fearful, freaking out, future tripping, in that state of lack, you're not going to attract anything to you because your emotions, remember, are your attraction point. You're just going to attract more of that lack, anxiety, worry, frustration. And that's the rub. It's like, well, I am in a big pickle, right? If you're in a big pickle, if you don't have a lot of money, if you feel like you let your health go off the rails, or you just broke up or had a bad relationship situation or been betrayed, whatever it is, even if you're at rock bottom, right? You just can't kick a bad habit or an addiction, admit it to yourself in all of its glory. Seek help. Call the numbers. There's hotlines, 988 if you're in the States, a mental health hotline. Fill your mind 24/7 with positive things. I don't care if it's music, if it's comedy shows, your favorite TV shows, if that is what you need in the moment to distract yourself from negative thinking or negative habits. And then start thinking, really start thinking, how can I get out of this? I'm willing to see a way out of this. I don't right now. Carla, you don't understand my situation. I would like to ask you, are you willing? Are you willing to be willing? I'm willing to see my life differently. I'm in a really bad spot right now. But if you can just repeat these words, I'm willing to see my situation differently. I'm willing to see this person differently. I'm willing to see myself differently. I'm willing to see this differently. I don't right now, but I'm willing. And just repeat that to yourself until a new thought comes, until a new idea comes. And just take care of yourself. And little by little, get out from the basement. Little by little, get to the first floor, second floor, third floor, until you get up there, right? Into that emotional penthouse where you're strong. And you have to earn that penthouse every day. You don't just dwell there. You don't just make it there and be like, oh, I could kick back. No, the forces outside it's like gravity. It's going to drag your booty down to the basement. It's like, look at the world right now. Hello. Like, there's a lot of basement thinking out there. There's a lot of basement news out there. There's a lot of basement posts out there. Stay out of the comments section. Yeah, you. I don't care if you're on Facebook, if you're on Instagram, if you're on TikTok, if you're on YouTube. If you want to run to the comments section, you deserve all of the irritation that you get. You know, the comment section is where trolls go to die. Like, that is such an easy thing to avoid. Everybody fights in the comment section. You know, it's like, even if there's a good video and you're like, I bet some Karen found a way to find something about this, right? It's like, yeah, you'll find it because that's what you're looking for. Think about that. That's the one thing that when I mean, I'm good. I don't do that. I don't with that. Mm-mm. But I tell my clients, I say, do you frequent the comment section? Do you get off on seeing people argue or getting offended or upset? That is effing with your own vibration. You can't afford that, especially if you're going after your goals or you're trying to fix your life. Do not engage in any negative, low vibration or frequency. People that argue, people that fight, TV shows, like maybe, I mean, you know, those housewives, and no judgment, but like Love Island, I don't know. It's like, isn't that like drama, like soap opera drama? Like who he said, she said, like even in your own friend circle, are you guys gossiping? Are you guys, you know, it's like, what kind of material are you engaging in? Is it basement type stuff, low level, low grade, judgment, criticism, low vibes? Or is it high level, educational, learning, um, building people up, you know, cheerleading people? We have to be honest with ourselves. If we want our life to be penthouse from the inside out, we can't be engaging in basement type behavior, you know? So I hope that was helpful. It is steaming hot in this room. I wonder what's the temperature outside. These lights are hot. I've been in my room a lot today. Let's see. Wow, it was a high of 81 today, and I didn't even get to enjoy it because I had a lot of work to do. And it's 64 degrees right now. Maybe I'll go for a little walk outside. Nice cool breeze because I'm warm, like the core. The battery is hot right now. All right. I hope you enjoyed that, y'all. If you have not yet signed up, all the information's below in the description box in my YouTube. So for our event, the Napoleon Hill Institute Think and Grow Rich with Peace of Mind, we had Dr. Joe Vitale today. It was day one. I got to open it up and invite him up, and Cleona O'Hara. It was so amazing. We still have 3 more days live streamed to YouTube. So the replay is already up. If you want to check it out, go to the Napoleon Hill Institute YouTube channel and sign up for the event so you can get the replays. And we are offering 2 free weeks or 14 days of the self-discipline camp. So many goodies. And of course, all my services are below as well, working with me one-on-one, human design, foundational readings, doing a foundational human design, like a business strategy kind of marketing plan. It's really cool. So many good things. I just love to support in any way that I can. Yeah, let me know if you have any questions. Again, thank you so much for your support. And I look forward to seeing you and continuing. Again, I believe this was number 59, video number 59, y'all. Number 59. It's going to be number 60 tomorrow. What is going on with life? All right. Have a beautiful evening. I will see you tomorrow.